Here now we are able to see the data independence. Now data independence itself says that it is not interdependent on it is not interdependent, means if there is two forms of interdependence, one is physical and another is logical. So what is data independence? It is nothing but a ability to modify the schema from one level without affecting the schema definition in the higher level. That is called as independence. For example, if you are at this level and this is level which is higher level L10 suppose, if you are able to modify data over here without affecting the schema at this level, it means that you have got physical data independence and as well as the logical data independence. So this is nothing but two forms of data independence is available. We will see in the next slide what are data models. Data model is nothing but a mechanism for describing the data, their interrelationships and constraint. So model is what you say, how we define. There are different kind of business model available. Basically, uh, when you work in the database company now, you have to work on different projects. Projects are taken from different companies. For example, if you go to Tata company, Tata Motors, for example, you take project. You have to make software for their four wheelers, say example four-wheeler dealerships. So here their business model will be different. If you go to another company, say for Mahindra, now Mahindra, say for example uh, Mahindra IT company, Mahindra Tech, if you see, here their business model will be completely different. Now if you go to another company, for example Kingfisher Airlines, Kingfisher Airlines, so airlines, for the business model will be completely different. So the business model is created with the help of the data models. Now data models has got three different kinds. First is object based conceptual model, where entity relation diagrams are there, right? Second type is nothing but the record based models. Record based model consists of relational, network and hierarchical. These are three: relational model, network model and hierarchical model. A relational model in which we can relate directly. In networking, this is networking type. Hierarchical, it will form one, then next level. This levels are there in hierarchy. And third is nothing but the physical data model. So we are going to see each and every data model in detail in the upcoming slides. Let us go with the data model. Data model is nothing but entity relationship model. Here entity is distinct, clearly identifiable object of the database, right? For example, here book is an entity. Now every book has got its account number. Every book has its own title separately. Every book has a different author, and every book has a different year of publication. Probably the name is different of each and every book. So a book is an entity, but these different attributes which are there, each entity is characterized by the set of attributes. So these are nothing but attributes. Account number is attribute, title is attribute, author is attribute, year of publication is attribute. You can take another attributes. For example, if you have taken price is also an attribute. If you say you can take another attribute, say for example uh, pages, how many number of pages are there. So this is another attribute. If you say this another buy at online, whether it can be bought online or not. So this is another kind of attribute. So this is nothing but entities and attribute we have seen. Now this entity set, a set of entities having attributes of the same type, is nothing but an entity set. A relationship is mapping between the entity sets. Now how both, here is a user is a different entity. User has got its attributes such as card number, name and address. So these are three are the attributes of the user, every user. For example, if I am a user, my card number will be for example 701. My name is Salman. And what's my address? My address is say for example Pune. So this is my address. This entity will change by user to user, but here it is nothing but an entity, and all these are attributes. Attributes may change from user to user, but user as a defined term is an entity. Now this relation is shown by a diamond type set. This is borrowed by. Now book is borrowed by the user, or user has borrowed the book. So this is a relation, and relation will also contain different attributes. What is the card number on which the book is borrowed, what is the date of inward, and what is the account number. So this has got different attributes. So in this way the ER model is prepared. For preparing any kind of database, to work out with any kind of database, you should be able to draw the entity relationship diagrams. If you can draw better entity relationship diagrams, then you will be able to work very perfectly. So here is a relationship model. We'll see in the next slide.